Tunnel of Fear, Screaming Tunnel, Ontario, Canada. If you are someone who is interested in paranormal occurrences, there is a chance that you might have read or heard about the Screaming Tunnel. It's become an urban legend. A girl is chased by her father and doused with gasoline after a nasty divorce. A girl is raped and burned alive in the middle of the tunnel. Or the young girl who escaped a burning house collapses. The one connection that brings them all together is that if you light a match in the center of the tunnel, a sudden gust of wind gently blows out the match fire. I mean, you can try to light a match, but usually there is a gust blowing through the tunnel, so that the story holds no merit. Stay with me as I take you through the real cause of the Screaming Tunnel paranormal events. You are on Daily Horror. Here, we bring you gravest of horrors that lurk around in our world, most of which are around you and you don't even have an idea. So, if you are thrilled by terror and consider yourself brave enough to face any dreadful situation, subscribe and turn on your notification to get notified anytime we put up a new video. Screaming Tunnel was a train tunnel built for the Grand Trunk Railway in the 1800s, now the Canadian National Railway. It was originally a north to south line, but instead, the tracks were placed over the tunnel going east to west. The tunnel left abandoned, providing that cluster of houses easy access to the main road. According to an investigator who interviewed someone who is directly involved in the incident that shaped the legend, he learned that something else entirely led to the paranormal activities in the Screaming Tunnel. He's said to have got in contact with Sam, son of Donald, who actually had a major part in the urban legend himself. He told the story about the picture of the mangled pile of bodies which lay in the middle of the tunnel. The year was 1924. Donald Jordanson lived across the tunnels on 16 acres of land where he farmed wheat and corn. He had a whole life ahead of him. He was newly married and had a newborn son, Sam. It all started with a level of drought that brought on the worst year of Donald's life. Southern Ontario had some of the worst weather that summer. In August of 1924, a storm blew in, with winds as high as 90 to 120 kilometers an hour through the area. It wiped out all his crops that year. It was devastating in every way, especially financially. By the end of 1924, Donald had lost everything: the farm, the house, and his lovely family. Mrs. Jordanson took Sam, never to return. Donald slowly lost it and fell into what one would call massive psychosis. Donald got to a point where he thought everything that was living should be dead. Everything that was a functioning part of society in some way or another should be dead. He felt that he should be dead. At a point, his neighbors began to go missing. and sooner or later attracted the presence of police. While investigating, the day the police went to the Jordansons' farm was the day all hell broke loose. As they approached the tunnel on the right-hand side, they began to notice a glow emanating from the tunnel. As they drove closer, they realized there were at least a dozen bodies piled on each other, set ablaze. Black smoke began to billow from each end of the tunnel, and the stench was impossible to take. Standing at the other end of the tunnel was Donald, with a pitchfork tucked gently under his chin. He yelled out incoherently at the pile of burning bodies. He then began to fall forward, and he impaled himself through the head. Until this day, when you light a match in the tunnel, you can hear the ghostly voice of Donald before his ultimate decision. It is believed that if you light up a matchstick in the middle of the tunnel, you may hear ghostly scream from the end of the tunnel, sometimes accompanied by stench of charred human. Do you think this is a real haunted location or just hoax? Have you been to the tunnel? What was your experience? Tell us in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share this video. Till we meet again, stay spooked.